Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Hampton Court and the 2026 Champions Trophy, brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric. Welcome to our coverage this afternoon as we enter the main draw matches, having completed our two qualifying groups and 2 days of qualifying over Tuesday and Wednesday. Giles Doran, Ben Taylor-Matthews taking you through some of the action this afternoon. We've got 4 matches coming up for you. And this is definitely kind of the part of the tournament where we're going to start seeing the top seeds playing and also start to see a lot more of the kind of the unique format that we have with this event, Ben.
Yeah, this is always it's always an interesting headspace being one of the top 4 guys for this, because you know in the back of your mind that you kind of have that second life, which is either a fair thing or not a fair thing. I don't know. Obviously, these guys don't have that luxury. This is a kind of a straight shootout, as we can see here.
Yep.
Sayers, Merola, and soon to be followed by Schenkman, Hamilton. That is a kind of loser goes home situation. So yeah, this is always a good day, because the possibility of all the matches tomorrow are endless. Who could play who?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So as we've kind of showing there, so we've got 4 matches going on today. Bryn and Nino warming up on the court at the moment. We'll then have Rob Schenkman and Vaughan Hamilton later on this afternoon. Before then, top 4 seeds face off against each other tonight, starting with Nick Howell, top seed against Rob Fay, and then the man next to me, Ben Taylor-Matthews, against Chicago's Steve Vagona. I think one of the curious things, I guess, as well, with the 2 matches we got this afternoon, is you've got the 2 seeds, the 5th and 6th seed, but this is the first competitive match they've had, as we've seen Bryn and Nino warming up. Nino's had 3 matches over the last 2 days. His head's going to be in, ready, dialed into the court, but Bryn doesn't. Bryn will have had some practice courts, but he hasn't, had that luxury.
Yeah, it's the same kind of situations like the British Open, where you've got that round of 24 and you're one of the top 8 guys, and you get that bye, which is great. But as you say, Bryn would have had some practice on the court, but nothing's quite the same as getting a match under your belt and getting that kind of match kind of conditions. There's serve and return games you'll do in practice, but the intensity and the jeopardy obviously isn't quite there. Nino's played 3 matches, as you say, so he's this is effectively just another day at the office for him, whereas it's Bryn's first day in the office.
Yes. So we've got, looking at the players in a bit more detail on the screen now. So Bryn Sayers from Queen's Club, playing as the number 5 seed. Number 5 seed, I think, this year. He's had some kind of fairly mixed success in Champions Trophy format. He's made kind of a couple of semi-finals in the past, but also kind of a good couple of years where he's kind of not really played at all. And I guess we'll probably talk a little bit about that second entry on the table there, about the last time they both players met here a couple of years ago. But looking at how Bryn's been playing over the last kind of couple of years or so, since he's had some quite major surgery, you got to kind of think he's in the mix for making some damage at the sharp end here. Yeah,
I mean, Bryn's always been a top player. You don't win definitely 2, maybe 3 Opens by accident. Kind of got a young family, so didn't kind of play a full season on the circuit for a few years. Then obviously had that full hip replacement a couple of years ago, which I know was pretty brutal. So his rankings dipped just on the basis he doesn't have as much data. But make no mistake, he's definitely one of the favourites for this week for sure.
Yeah, I can absolutely see Bryn doing a little bit of damage to some of the matches here. Now see Nino Merola down at the service end. Also now with a young family as well. He came through a really tough qualifying group. Yesterday we had the likes of Darren Long and Claire Fay and Will Flynn in there, and I think you'd probably look on paper and think he would have been a favourite to get through that, but all of those matches were tough assignments. Even though some of the scorelines were maybe a bit one-sided, but some tough assignments in his qualifying matches.
Yeah, I think he was actually the number 2 seed in his group, behind Darren. So technically, he's kind of outperformed himself. We know he had a couple of match points against him, which I was commentating on yesterday. Will Flynn, 3, I think. So he did very well to close that one out. And again, like Nino's dangerous. He beat Nick Howell in the Australian Open. He gave Matthew Sarlong a very a very large beating in the British Open in straight sets, like maybe last year or the year before. So don't get me wrong, he's got weapons. So I'm interested to see how this starts out. I'm going to assume that Bryn is not going to serve railroads.
I think that's probably a pretty safe bet, pretty safe assumption.
Hampton, you're going to see a lot of railroads.
And we've seen a lot in the last couple of years.
Exactly, you're going to see a lot in certainly today. Rob, Nick, they're going to be railroads. Steve and myself probably railroads. There you go, bit of an insight into that one. Nino will be serving railroads to encourage Bryn to kind of play an attacking, forceful game.
Yep.
I think Bryn will be actually serving in the opposite way to that, to try and limit Nino's kind of big return.
Okay. Darren Long is going to mark this match and also the match afterwards as well. We're just waiting for Nino to return to the court, I think possibly from just a quick loo break. But otherwise, we're going to hand over to Darren to introduce the players and get us underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Royal Tennis Court for this Champions Trophy first round match, proudly sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric. And I please remind all spectators to have their phones on silent and please remain quiet during the points. Now introducing the players. At the hazard end, we have the number 6 seed, Bryn Sayers. At the service end, we have the qualifier, Nino Merola. Best of 3 6-game sets. Love all. Love. Thanks, Bryn. Love. Chase. 7-2. Chase, 3 yards.
So just as a reminder of our format here, we are qualifying matches were previously 1 set, first to 9. We're playing here the best of 3 sets in the regular first 6 games with full juices.
Chase, better than 2.
We changed the rules, I think, a couple of years ago, arguably for the better, I'm going to say, but
couldn't agree more.
Talk about that some more.
Chase.
Good leave.
15-30. Chase 3.
Got a bit of a pause in play.
$40-15.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Wow.
30-40.
Bryn will like that. One of those in the first game found his length.
Play. Juice.
Oh, pull up.
Chase, better than 5.
It's a smart play from Nino there. That serve being loose like that from Bryn, he kind of went over to cover that main wall, so that post was wide open.
Worse than the other.
And a good follow-up.
Yeah, very much as you were predicting. Bryn very much preferring to go with the high serve. It's a decent sized roof here, so you can definitely get some good height on that serve.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the. It's definitely a good serve here. Lots of ceiling height. Penthouse is quite. Penthouse is generous. You can get some
Chase better than 5.
nasty serves, nasty height.
So Chase's
Advantage receiver. Chase worse than a yard. On it, better than the yard.
I'm going to
That's
say
the game.
that
One game till up.
he could have left a couple of those. Don't know.
It's a good shot. I mean, you know as well as I do, Giles, if you're defending a short chase like that, every single shot you have to play in that rally becomes more and more nervy. You don't want to be hitting the ball. Great play from Bryn there. Took the game with it as well. It's tough.
That's tough. Nino did so well just to take a lot of pace out of that.
That's
Right
up.
up against the main wall.
Found a really awkward spot. Oh, that'll do.
40 up.
That'll be Nino's plan. He'll be wanting to force Bryn to volley that railroad or hit low back wall and encourage a force. Not generally Bryn's strongest.
Last gallery.
Yeah, Bryn not
40 love,
kind
one
of
chase.
known forcing not necessarily his like strongest aspect. So Nino will be trying to target that and encourage him to play that style of play.
Had just a couple of gremlins in the scoreboard at the moment. We've got it back up and running for you all.
Love, receiver leads. Chase, the last gallery.
3 game points for Nino here.
Service point.
Yeah, you can see
15, 14.
Nino's facial reaction to that kind of says it all. Opened up the court. Bryn could just pick at any gallery in the hazard.
Can't believe he's hit it that deep, I think. very
Second
sensible.
gallery.
It's very clever.
It's a big
40,
area of
15, chase.
improvement in Nino's game in the last kind of year, 18 months. He's got a lot more composed in that backhand corner. Which is a shame for people like me. The obvious target is gone.
40-15, server leads. Chase the second gallery.
So Nino still with a couple of chances to get a game on the board.
Oh, that'll do. Lovely second bounce off the edge there. Yep,
Okay.
acknowledged from Bryn.
Yep.
That's one game all. Hazard worse than 2, thank you. Oh!
Bit of a
15 love.
quick swipe there from Bryn. You won't be happy with how he dealt with that.
Lefty.
No.
That's a great ball.
I was going to say that's going to be moving away from Nino all the time.
2
I
chases.
think the hazard worse than 2 leaf from Bryn there is quite telling for how he wants to approach this match, because you'll always tell your members take the chase wherever you can, but these top guys, that's a bit of a meat pie there. I put hazard 2. Bryn just refusing to engage. He's like, no, I think I can pin you down better from the service end.
Yep.
So even though just an obvious leave to most people, I think that's a very kind of telling strategic move there.
I guess it's maybe a bit of a sign to Nino to be like, if you're pushing the railroad too much, I will leave it.
Yeah. Ooh, unlucky.
30 love. Chase worse than a yard.
Some good retrieving there from Nino off the timber there. Some very tricky angles coming up. It's worse
great
than the
ball.
yard. It's a great ball.
Great
40
ball.
love.
I think Bryn thought that was going to hit the bando. He kind of looked half interested, but left it. Oh, wowza. That's,
15-40.
it's an old court, remember. That's unlucky as well.
Hazard then 2.
Huge
40-15,
bando
chase.
on this court. Feels even bigger above the grill.
It's. I mean, you can definitely see down the hazard end. You might be able to catch it on the video. The bando at the hazard end is absolutely enormous. And I like, you go around to different clubs, and I often think that the bando here would be kind of fairly standard size, but even, but by comparison, just the other sides of the bando here are massive by comparison. Queen's Welly, just 2 places off the top of my head. Very, very tiny bandos. And that one at the back there is extremely bouncy.
It's yes.
40-15,
So when I used to work here,
serve
it was dead, and they put expanding foam behind it, and it became extremely lively.
Better than 2.
Thankfully, it's calmed down a bit now.
40-15 at the moment. We've got hazard chase.
Yep. The inevitable there.
30-40.
As soon as Nino saw that hit the back penthouse, he knew that was basically curtains. Good hands.
Okay. That's 2 games to 1.
Oh, that's not a nice bounce either. That's basically stopped. Yeah, that looked like it just stopped and bounced up in the air. I wonder if it, you can,
Thanks, Bryn.
again, I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but there's a patch down there by the wall that has lost its paint. I wonder if it hit that and just checked in the air because there's no smoothness to it.
You'll need to have a look at that later during your match. And
Exactly. Something to aim for. Well, that would
Get-
imply that I can aim for it.
get a bit of paint out.
Yeah. Need to improve my bowling.
Second gallery. Fifteen all. Hazard, second gallery, 2 chases. Score is 15 all.
Yeah, Bryn opting for an easy gallery a couple of rallies ago there, so the game plan is very clear. He wants to get his business done at the service end.
Any chase will do to come down here, get the serve. Nino won't be happy with planting that forehand quite firmly into Hazard second gallery. He's kind of handed over the serve far too quickly in this game.
Score is 15 all. Chase, the second gallery.
Yeah,
Point.
just pulled that return a bit too wide. Opened up the angles for Bryn there.
Hazard,
Still
second
put it
gallery.
away very well.
It's far too early. Absolutely right, Nino. Far too early.
Good.
Yeah,
30-40.
good depth there from Nino. Interesting. Oh, Bryn. I don't think he
Juice.
a bit surprised at how much time he actually had off that sidewall there.
Underneath the gallery.
Yeah, just on that last ball.
Oh. Chase worse than the last gallery. Advantage, 1 chase.
Yeah, just going back to that kind of slow bounce off the battery wall, you know what it's like playing at various courts. They all play a little bit differently. So, you know, dialing into the small differences is one thing, but it's so slow here that, you know, you try and make that adjustment, but, you know, as that ball's hitting the sidewall, I can just picture the thought process in Bryn's head is like, right, I know I've got time, but it's still quick, so I can't have that much time, and you almost can't, even though you tell yourself, you almost don't trust it because
Sure.
you've got so much more time than your brain even thinks about if it's allowing for like a margin of error. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think's causing that slowness? Is it the heat? Is it the freshness of the balls? Would you?
Advantage to the
I think just
server.
that the walls are
Chase
quite
worse
rough,
than the last gallery.
you know, and it's always been quite tacky and bouncy. Great ball.
It's a very good
Yeah,
shout.
it's just a court that's on the slow bouncy side.
Juice.
Or goodbye wall.
Gonna say it does.
Yeah, I mean, we can see the dust from here.
Advantage. I'll go grab what I can. Coming through.
I mean, that was
Yeesh.
almost Wimbledon. That was almost Wimbledon hitting the
John McEnroe.
John McEnroe hitting the white chalk. There was a lot there. Ben's doing a great job at zooming in on that. We're going to assure you, in real life, that's actually going to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, I wonder how that's actually going to, hold up for the rest of, for the rest of time, but certainly for this event. That is now a significantly weakened part of the wall, and as you've seen from the matches so far this week, a lot of those railroads are glued to that wall, so that's going to see a lot more action, I think.
Yeah, you might be able to kind of spot on the camera there. On the camera, there is a kind of a slightly darker patch of black where that marker's where Bryn has launched his racket in. So it is definitely an area where you'll clearly get plenty of action. I know in previous years, I know particularly last year, quite a lot of the walls back at the hazard end were repainted beforehand. I don't think that's happened this year. I think running out of time and other factors kind of getting in the way. But yeah, you can see Nick is
he's picked up a lot there.
Sweeping away.
Wow. Yeah, even on the stream, you can see that there's a lot.
But you are. That's not going to be the last chip in the sidewall there. You're going to see this week. I think it was last year. I think it was Shanks and Bertie. I think it got so bad they almost got billed for it. It was.
I was actually just thinking, is there a maintenance team on hand, or who in the Historic Royal Palace's office is absolutely panicking now at their prized possession?
Is watching the live stream and suddenly cancelling their summer holiday plans.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never even thought of it, honestly. You guys are very silly. I thought service.
I think we're all good to go.
I think we are going to be all right. But yeah, you're definitely going to see some bits down there. You might also, again, not quite pick it up on the stream, but kind of, again, down the hazard end towards the sort of stroke line and near the grill, you have got quite a few white patches on the floor, which again could kind of play a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Right.
You also absolutely know Nino serving a railroad here as well. Good ball.
He's kept those so low, Nino.
Okay. That's 3 games to 1.
Just picked up a kind of an extra nick bounce on the penthouse on that serve again. That's the 3rd time he's done it.
Ooh, how's he found a hazard from that?
Level. Left.
Very nicely played from Nino there.
Yeah.
15 all.
Another good spot, straight at the corner.
Found that spot again.
Yeah, Bryn will be very annoyed that he found the penthouse
30,
there.
15.
Missing the dead on wide, he would have been okay with guaranteed chase, but high put him under the pump.
40-15, one chase.
It was a surprise ball from Bryn there. I thought he might leave that hazard. That one that kind of went into the back wall quite hard. Looked like it was coming out. He took on a force from a safe position, but it looked like he could have left it. I'm surprised he didn't, based on what we've seen so far.
He's got himself back down the service end. He probably needs to stop a bit of a. Needs to stop the surge that Nino is putting on him at the moment.
Chase is hazard, second gallery.
Nino won't mind a hazard here.
No, not for a game point.
Maybe he should.
Does
the
need-
second hazard
does
second.
need to go.
40.
Does have to go over the net though.
The second hazard second. He's netted on the return. That looks good. Phenomenal rally.
Great rally. Nino having to defend hard against all of Bryn's returns there. Nino tries to turn it into an attacking shot, sticks it into the net, gets himself to juice.
Oh.
Good volley from Bryn there. Actually got it back at good pace as well. He's got a game point for himself.
Hazard bell in second, thank you.
So what I've noticed a few times is, Bryn's kind of having a quick look at the corner every now and then, or the floor or something. Certainly not questioning anything or complaining or anything, but I think it just shows this is game one.
Yeah.
Nino just looks like he's been playing here all week, which he has. He's just, kind of reading it well, knows what's going on. You can see Bryn's still trying to kind of feel his way into it.
Hazard bell in second gallery.
Great ball.
Yep. And Bryn's got
That's the game.
a bit of
Scores
time
2 games
to
to
kind
3.
of get himself acclimatised to it, but not stacks.
Second gallery.
Just caught the post on the way past.
Oh, lovely.
Bryn paying some very careful attention not to stuff his racket into the wall
He did
again.
look like he kind of slowed that swing down a bit, didn't
Really did.
30 love.
he? Good start to this game.
Oh.
I think same thing from Bryn there, just couldn't believe it came off the timbre as slowly as it did.
It was a very solid defensive shot there from Nino. Didn't really have a lot of attack or venom into it. Bryn would have wanted to have done better with that.
That's a good ball.
That and half yard.
Very good chase as well.
2
Yeah.
chases.
It's amazing how quickly it can turn, couldn't it? Nino had a game point for 4-1.
Yeah.
And now it's 2-3, and this game, Bryn, I was going to say, if you were a betting man, but you very much are, Giles, you would put Bryn as favourite, 30-15 up, 2 chases and serving.
And particularly if he's got a half a yard chase to defend.
Yeah.
Nino yet to bother the dead on this in this match, but certainly very capable of finding the target here.
That's a better return.
30 all, Chase better than half a yard.
There we go.
There you are.
All right, on cue.
Another entry to the half-yard Hall of Fame,
40,
Nino
30.
Merola.
Hazard. Second gallery. 40-30. One chip.
So I said Bryn was favourite at 30-15. Now going to the hazard end game point down.
Yeah. I don't think Bryn's kind of swinging a bit too wide on that. You could tell he was clearly looking at the winning gallery to get himself up to juice here, but a little bit too wide of the mark.
40-30, server leads, Hazard, second gallery.
Oh, that has just caught the last 1% of the galleries there.
That was so good. He's got himself back to juice.
Go. Advantage, one chase. Chases the door.
It's a very tough ball for Nino to deal with in there. From
The
kind of in that backhand corner
Yeah.
of like Bryn's kind of boast that went kind of half up, half not. Ball ended up in a very strange spot.
Yeah, I wonder if it might have just caught a little bit of the sort of boundo edging, or maybe a little bit of the dead on side as well.
And he dealt with it very well. I think he was hammering it straight at the grill.
That was. Yes, you're right.
That was Bryn's left-handed volley out.
Advantage to the server. Chase the door.
Yeah.
Serious power there from Bryn.
Saw that one coming, didn't he?
Game. That's 3 games all.
Game points for both players there.
Fifteen love. Last gallery. Hazard chase.
Nino put his hand up pretty swiftly on that one.
First.
Quite
Yeah.
a nasty force.
Apologising for the kind of body line angle that he managed to produce, and then Bryn counter-apologising with the fact that his his shank volley made it over. Good defence.
Very good defending.
Self-defence.
Love, receiver leads. Chase the last gallery.
Yeah, that's going to be frustrating.
15 all. Hazard better than the first gallery.
Oh, that's going to be even more frustrating.
That's a couple of soft points for Nino.
Oh, and then an edge.
Edge of the tan.
Yeah, that's going to be...
40-15.
It's the last thing Bryn needs there after a couple of unforced errors.
It's better from Bryn.
30-40.
Yeah. Nino is in control of that.
Yeah.
He cuts a somewhat despaired look, but he had to work very hard to get himself that 7th game.
Yeah, if there's one thing you know about Bryn, he's an absolute mental warrior. So he'll be bubbling away in frustration at that game, but it will not faze him.
Nino having a go at the high serve. Not really getting the result he wanted.
Yeah, an immediate change.
Straight back to the right.
That's a good ball.
It's a very good ball.
Really lucky in there.
That is a great spot. Good on any court. Oh,
Got it in.
30-15.
Is that our first grin of the match? We're pretty low on targets, really.
could be. It's a fairly it's a fairly recognisable sound here. I don't recall hearing it so
No.
far.
Okay.
Oh, we're being informed that's the second grill of the match.
That's a lovely shot.
40-15, one chase. Chase is half a yard.
Punishing the loose shot from Bryn onto the penthouse.
Yeah, he's not hit that kind of that down the line ball towards the dead on very well in the last few games. Couple on the penthouse, one wide, which Nino managed to scramble back. Got to be a bit more accurate on that one. Nino playing well though, as you'd expect. He's retrieving well. It's definitely an area of his game that he's improved. He's attacking well. He always does that.
Yeah, we've definitely seen his kind of fair share of unforced errors, I guess. That kind of return of serve sometimes still being a little bit...
40-15.
still getting a few
leads.
errors coming out
Chase half a yard.
from that, but if you can tidy those up, you're looking good.
Good first volley. Yeah, I think you come to expect that from Nino.
40.
He'll be somebody that will make errors, but he does back it up with a lot of winners, so his numbers are high.
Oh. Second gallery. 40-30, one chase.
Well, thankfully the court's holding up down there, Giles. We've only had a couple that have been in the area.
We do still have a couple of patches. I know there was definitely a point, it was a good couple of years ago, down here, right at the very top of the penthouse, right in the corner.
Oh, it's still
between
there.
the two.
Yeah, this looks like there's a hole up there, basically.
We got a ball stuck in it.
40-30.
That would test out Darren's marking
Leads,
credentials.
Second gallery.
I don't quite know what you would mark that as.
Well played, Bryn.
Score is juice.
Game point down as well. That's pretty much where Bryn plays his best, I think, when the chips are down.
It's another. That's a tentative return. I think you can see Bryn is getting quite worried about stuffing his racket into that wall again.
Advantage server.
Warming up his golf swing for next week. Good man.
There's the line.
Is
Nino
that
soaking up a lot of pressure.
Is that the IRTPGA?
Exactly.
The only bit of feedback I'd say is that I'm not a golfer, and I'm obviously not a pro tennis player. I think if you've got an acronym that's 6 letters long, I think you might need to find something a bit sharper.
Well, it's a play
It's
on
tricky
the
though.
IRTPA, isn't it? We've thrown the golf in there. Bryn is our president, so I'll let you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Suggestion box over to the president later.
Sure. Yeah, I could do that.
Line.
Everything about that rally was just unbelievable.
Nino had a whole court.
I can't believe
Whole
Bryn. I mean, that was
court
such a phenomenal volley return from Nino. I can't even imagine how Bryn managed to get his racket under that.
Wow.
And then,
Juice.
Literally a couple of drop shots
yeah,
to get it back over the net. Back to juice.
I was just thinking if that serve nicks the sidewall, it's going to get quite nasty. Oh,
So close.
Nino, little fist pump. There. Very happy to wriggle out of that rally. I think we saw kind of
He
at
was-
least 2 grill edges there,
He was in a lot of trouble throughout a lot of that rest, Nino.
peppering the area.
It's a very nice cut backhand there from Nino.
Yeah.
Getting the ball nice and short on the court.
Oh!
Nino will be happy with that. He had
Yeah,
a
there he goes. All of a sudden we're 5-3.
That's the game. Receiver leads by 5 games to 3.
be very pleased to get over the line on that one. 5-3
Yeah.
to the man from Radley.
Look at that. Basically exactly the same service points won. 62 and 63. So if my maths serves me correctly there, Giles, that would mean that Nino's doing a bit more damage from the hazard end than Bryn, to explain the 5-3 score if they're winning the same number of points at the service end. Or they're down there for different amounts of time.
That's quite possible.
Yeah. realise my error immediately. I'll leave the maths to you.
Better than the second gallery. 2 chases.
Yeah, having commentated on a couple of matches yesterday, and then obviously this one today, that service percentage points won seems to be largely around the early 60s most of the time. I always tell my members 66, so I'm glad I'm not making it up. But Nino at yesterday at one point was down to 52 against Will.
Okay.
But everybody seems to be around that 60 to 65 mark.
I do remember, I think there was definitely one on Tuesday. I think it might have been Nino against Claire, which I think Nino was up at almost 71, 73%.
Right.
Claire
yeah,
was
that's
down.
huge.
Claire was down in the low 40s. And that was, it was, cruel of me to say. If you look back through the tape,
Chase the last gallery.
that was quite a one-sided event. Last gallery chase.
He's not going to believe he's missed that.
15-all, better than the second gallery.
Said so himself.
Nino's thinking exactly what I was thinking. It's a tough one there, isn't it? He's thinking, is it going in the dead on or not? But actually, what have you got presented with you? A pretty routine forehand volley.
Yeah.
Take the volley. That's well played from Bryn. It's a really good spot with those last 2 volleys. There you go.
There you go.
Point served
Different point
significantly
served.
different.
40-15.
Shows what I know. Well dug in there.
Game. That's 4
Going from the point
games
of
to 5.
15 love up, where Bryn kind of gifted him a bit of a soft and easy shot for the first rally.
Oh, that's so good.
That's much better.
15 love.
This is where he needs that 60% service points win to take over.
Going in, volley it.
15-all.
2 volleys he's forgot to hit.
Oh. Last gallery. 15-all.
Yeah, that points served number between the 2 players was far wider apart than Bryn would like. You know, he definitely wants to be down here, so he'll want to close up that gap a little bit.
Yeah, I think when we see the end of the first set, we see the average chase set, you're going to see a lot in that kind of last gallery kind of region.
Oh.
Yeah. Good ball.
That's up in the last gallery. 2 chases.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of kind of
We had
second gallery. We've obviously had a few hazards, but a lot of seconds, a lot of lasts. Not many.
We've had a couple of sort of best in the yard, worst in the yard. There was a best in half a yard that.
I think both of these players showing like, you know, the slightly more time you have here than other courts, so they're able to get underneath a lot of these cut volleys, which would be a bit more devastating elsewhere.
Start to see the dead on fill up a little bit more this
Score
Thursday
is
afternoon.
15-all. Chase, the last gallery. 30-15, chase better than the last gallery.
Oh no. Another one. He's
Wow.
going to start to get.
Yeah.
He's going to be very disappointed.
That's receiver's point, Nino.
Yeah. Another bando there from Bryn. It looked like it was sailing in all the way.
Nino put so much power into forcing an error there from Bryn.
Yeah. Loads of power on that flat backhand.
Dirty. Oh.
Okay then.
Game, that's 5 games all, first set. Worse than 2.
Change of direction there
Yeah.
from Nino.
Level.
That's a top ball. That's top corner.
That'll be his first. Pretty sure that's his first dead on of the match.
15 love.
Making the most of a very wide dead on here.
I disagree.
Okay. No, you're right, because there was a bit than half the yard. Absolutely slammed it into the
Overhead
dead.
volley.
Yes.
So 2 very good chases here for Nino. 15 love up.
Opportunity to get some of these railroads in that
Yeah.
Bryn is some of the time he's feeling very comfortable with them, but also you can clearly see a couple of times he's been very, very tentative.
Yeah. Yeah, 15 love, 2 short chases. Nino would definitely be hoping to, to get at least one of these.
15
Yeah.
love to the server. First chase is worse than 2.
He should be the favourite to get to set point first here. So tough to deal with that PK on a short chase,
That's
even though you know it's
Chase
coming.
better
There's still
than a yard.
no great option available.
Not even. Yeah, the cross court's too tricky, isn't it?
You just can't really get enough spin on it. Go on. Lost it.
Half a yard.
Oh, wowza. That's a big call there.
15-30.
That's very good judgment.
Half a yard is a brave call there for
That's
the marker as
brave.
well, because
He's
as you can see from the
15-30.
top from the camera here, 95% of like the half line doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's an area of space.
Yeah, and Darren from that kind of position. It's not like some courts you got where you've got a little bit of a box where you can kind of lean over.
Yeah.
You do have to be practically on the court to be able to judge a chase that's crazy short, particularly here.
Better than a yard.
That said, Nino did come out of that exchange 1-1.
Yep.
And didn't seem to question the call. So it must have been...
No, must have been happy with that.
Yeah, Nino will be leaving that one alone. Yeah, even if he could have got there, I don't think he would have been too interested at that pace. That's an absolutely incredible volley from Bryn up high.
Rockets down into the backhand corner.
Managed to get a chase 3 out of it as well, even better. So better than a yard and 3 now. What did I tell you about Bryn's mentality? 15 love down, 2 short chases, and now he's 30 all serving with 2 short chases of his own.
And actually, you know, very much now the favourite to take the first set, you'd say.
Yeah.
Score is 30 all. Chase better than a yard.
Got to be good. Yeah, it's not
good.
just came out. Fist pump from Nino there. I told you we'd get to 40 first.
Yeah.
40-30.
Somehow.
Chase
Set point.
3.
Set point for Nino. He's got 3 yards to attack.
Oh,
That looked like it was going to be trouble for Nino there. That looked very, very good. Too deep.
Too much power.
Okay.
Came out to about 5 or 5.5 there.
oh.
He's got it.
Got it between his legs.
Okay. Set point the other way.
Server. Oh.
Get in. There we go. Bryn will not mind all of those edges.
So
that one that drifted in.
Server, 6 games to 5.
It's a great fight back. He was 5-3 down there.
He was 5-3 down. He was 3-1 down. Game point down, or several game points down at that point.
Fifteen love. Thirty love.
Service points numbers now. I might just have spotted them. They've both gone down below 60 for the first time.
Interesting.
Nino wanting to
15,
change
30.
up the pace and speed, but I think just gave Bryn far too much time for that backhand into the grill.
There we go. Like a London bus.
30 all.
First one for set point, now he's just got 2 in a row.
Wow. 40, 30.
from Nino just drifted too long, hit the back wall first. Enables Bryn to lean in and attack.
Bit of a wince there from Nino. I'm not quite sure if that was something might have caught on the floor there.
He's definitely wincing at the shot. I just don't know if there's something with his body as well.
Yes. Chase, worse than 5.
Top band though,
Advantage 1 Chase, Chase is
above
worse
the dead
than
on.
5.
Just lifting that shot into the air as we see the stats from the first set.
Yeah, as we expected with that chase length, both in and around that kind of yard worse or second gallery area.
But your only real difference there is kind of the points served, really. You know, points won 42 to 38, indicative of a 6-5 set. You would kind of expect those kind of numbers. Quite light on targets as well, which is probably more akin to Bryn's style of play, and maybe a bit less than what Nino might have wanted. But yeah, I think Nino will definitely be annoyed that he couldn't convert some of the kind of big moments in that set into a more one-sided set.
Yeah, particularly as you say, having served for 13 more points in that, you'd like to think that with the serve percentage that we're looking at, in theory he should convert with those numbers, really.
While players are just tidying up the course a little bit, we'll just remind you the other matches we've got coming up. We've got Rob Shankman versus Vaughan Hamilton coming up once this one concludes. And then from 5:30 tonight, we've got top 4 seeds all duking it out for their spots in Saturday semi-finals.
Okay, that's 1 game to love.
Oh, it's a generous call from Bryn there, I think.
You think it was just in the red?
It's one of those. Could definitely have left that one. It's one of those. It may have just flicked the outside of the line. It looks like it's a bit of a hazard from here, but I know what it's like when you're that person.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you call that a hazard, people know it's close, but
15-30.
make Bryn known as one of the, I say one of, everybody on tour is very
Honest.
very fair. Oh, there's that
Oh,
spot.
it's another spot.
40-15.
It's hit the rafters very high up on the high wall.
30-40.
Wowza. That's a high one again.
Despite being at the other end of the court, for some reason I thought that was heading straight for us. Don't know why.
One game all.
Absolutely miles away from it.
Oh.
Lovely shot.
Exactly the 1-2 that Nino had won. Which is exactly why Bryn's showing his frustration there.
15 love.
He knows that's what Nino wants. Just a polite reminder from the marker to Bryn there.
15 all.
I think one smash into the grill he may have let go, but two is probably
couple
pushing
there.
it. Good ball.
30, 15. Oh.
Wow, it's a roller.
30 all.
Bryn, I think a couple of points in that, particularly one coming off the tab, are just completely in the wrong position. Oh, he's got that over the
That's
net.
on the yard, thank you. Score is 30 all.
It's a good get.
Yeah, it's a very
Good
good
shot,
gap.
sorry.
40, 30, one chase. Chase
That-
Hazard, better than the yard.
A few kind of errant shots and kind of wild choices from Bryn in the last 5 minutes, which is not something you normally...
It's not his style,
No,
really.
he's normally extremely measured, very deliberate, and extremely accurate as well.
Mm.
There's just been a few kind of loose choices, so that'll be encouraging for Nino if he's picked up on that.
We might take this moment for a quick costume change, Bryn. Oh,
Nowhere to hide.
and I thought we were going to do the honourable thing by not putting the cameras on.
Yeah, he's doing a
That's
good job of hiding from the
From-
general public.
from the general
but
public.
it's like the cameraman at any sporting event.
Forty, 30. Receiver leads.
You're also not seeing Nino checking a couple of bits
Hazard,
on the
better
strings
than
on his
Yard.
racket. Partly wonder if that strings might not have much left.
Happy with that ball, Nino? Juice.
That's one of several hazard chases Nino's dumped into the net
Mm.
on the return.
Yeah, two unreturned serves in a row there
Advantage server.
to go from advantage down to advantage up. There we go.
That's
Converted
a
immediately.
A 1-2 from
Game.
Bryn this time.
At 2 games to 1.
He saw it early. That's why he's frustrated. He moved across for that
15
early.
love.
Picked it, but couldn't execute. Bryn looks a lot more settled now, doesn't he? Looks
those last kind of 2-3 points.
Yeah.
Since the shirt change, bit of a
15 all.
reset. He's chalked up another game on the board.
$30, $15. Oh. $40, $15. Thank you. 1 and 2.
So I kind of feel like it should be a fairly standard commentator question to ask again to ask one of the best players in the world standing next to me about what either player should be doing to kind of change things up, or Nino's a set down, but very much in it. Like, what do they need to do differently? But it's nothing. It doesn't feel like there's anything immediate here. Like it's just tight, close tennis.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Both players playing very well.
A 6-5 set from 5-3 up. Nino's just thinking, I probably lost 2 points in there,
Yeah.
which have cost me the set. So 40-15 up to get to 2-all. He's thinking, okay, the plan is kind of working. He just wants to, those hazards. He's going to kick himself about,
Yeah, for sure.
binning a load of those hazards for sure. So we definitely want to tighten up on that.
Yeah.
Chase there was 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what that return would have done.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's 2 games all.
That's one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just ticked along very evenly, hasn't it? It's a good ball. So I think on that basis, both players will be thinking, if I can find 5% improvement from somewhere,
Yep,
I'm probably going to be fine.
that'll be enough.
Fast gallery. Ball, rubbish.
Bryn will probably want to be a bit more
15 love,
accurate
receiver,
around that
one
kind of
take
grill
Burnley.
corner. Not necessarily hitting grills, he might kind of change it up a bit and slide a few more timbers, or kind of go down towards the nick a bit more. Ooh.
That's enough.
Taking out the wall at this end as well.
Oh.
That's
Second
3
gallery.
left-handed volleys we've seen from Bryn out of the grill now. 100%
That's
success rate
enough.
on
That's
that.
2 chases.
Should be noted, of course, that his backhand, in inverted commas, is actually a left-handed forehand, so
Yes.
it's not completely beyond the realms of possibility that he could be useful with his left hand.
Which is about the way that he's holding it. The double-handed quote backhand.
Yeah.
It's the position of the hands, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So left hand at the bottom. And he even threw some left-handed railroads in the World Championship doubles earlier this season.
Okay. Was that part of the plan, or just
It certainly shocked me the last 10 minutes of our last practice.
standing next to him?
He was carrying a slight shoulder issue, so he was like,
Sure.
I just feel like I can get a better flight this way round. So I was like, well,
Okay.
I mean, if you can, just, if I start telling you I'm going to serve left-handed, remind me not to.
30
So-
love, server leads, chase the last gallery.
Couple of gallery chases here for Nino to have a go at, get himself on the scoreboard in this game.
$15, 30, chase the second gallery.
It's in. Shut.
30 all.
It's actually a very good cut volley that set up that second ball there.
Oh.
The grills are starting to
The targets generally
Yeah.
are starting to tick along a little bit more.
Dang.
It looks great, but he
That's
also
3
didn't hit the ball.
games to 2.
So
he questioned his choice there. I mean, rightly so. The ball just actually came round the table and was quite generous. That'll play.
that'll do.
15 love.
Guess starting to see. I wonder if you're going to
30
start
up.
seeing more opportunity. If Nino sees more opportunities for a dead on, he's going to start taking them more, put some scoreboard pressure on Bryn.
Yep. I'd like a bit more crowd involvement, Giles. Nino's just absolutely hammered 2 dead-ons. Absolutely nothing.
It can be a pretty cold audience here
Yeah.
at Hampton Court
15,
sometimes.
30.
Out of court.
Out of court, just up top.
We had the best view in the house of that one.
Better than the first gallery.
That's too
Oh.
much.
Two.
Kind of almost nicked at the side, at the main wall there, and slid past Bryn.
Yeah, so you're right. We've got definitely got a few people packing out the dead on for this afternoon session. We've still got quite a few tickets going for kind of the other sessions into Friday, Saturday. Very limited availability for the final on Sunday, but do head to royaltenniscourt.com, follow the signs there for the Champions Trophy, and that will take you straight to all the tickets.
Chase better than the first
Very
gallery.
affordably priced, if I may say so myself.
Oh.
Just catching the edge of the penthouse.
Yeah,
should
it
be-
must have been, because it was well clear of the line, wasn't it?
yeah,
Oh, that is a fault.
right, that one was.
40, 30, receiver. Better than 2. Lost it.
It's
Yes.
about 3, worse than 3, just worse than 3.
Nino covered it just in case that ball kind of like fuzzed and skidded through. There was a lot of work on it, but
Shot out from the dead on wall. A bit too quickly for Nino there.
Better than 5. Advantage.
Nino's got the double teapot there. He's having a think.
A popular look at any level of this
Yeah, absolutely.
any level of this sport.
Yeah, the look of disbelief.
Advantage server. Chase better than 5. Thanks, Bryn. Game to the server.
It's quite a loss of aggression. Your game point
Server leads
down.
by 4 games to 2.
Yeah, I think I've had many conversations with Nino about that kind of thing. He's like, look, if the ball's there to be forced, I think I'm going to hit the dead on. So in theory,
Whoa.
if it's a ball that
it's
he
on.
thinks he can hit the dead on with, the chase is irrelevant. But
Sure.
I completely admire that mentality. But it is very much a red line strategy.
Yeah,
15
Bryn
left.
had a lot of time there to pick his spot around the timbre.
All up. Right.
I also don't think Bryn will mind that kind of strategy from Nino, because it's not really at that point. It's taken out of your hands, right? If
Yeah.
he slams it into the top
Score
corner
is
dead on,
15
you're not
all.
going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
If he misses, you won the point, and you haven't had to do anything. So it's a kind of, it's not really about you at that point.
Sure.
It's a good ball from off his
30,
toes.
15.
Didn't look like he had much room there.
No. Force the error from Bryn.
You kind of feel like Nino needs to take this game as well. That won't help.
That's not going to
30
help.
all.
Yeah, you feel,
Yeah.
a set and 5-2. The lady in the back room is starting to warm up.
Worse than the second gallery.
Oh no. It's a great reach from Nino on the shot before.
40-31 chase.
It's amazing, isn't it? The difference in points won is only 7. And yet, if
It
it
was
becomes
a-
8, then it's 6-5, 5-2. I suppose actually.
Because it
having
was
said
like that
decided,
first
yes.
set. There's only 3 points
Yeah,
difference.
so
really,
actually,
wasn't
Bryn's won a lot more points in this set
there? Yes.
than Nino. And I'll ignore the stats. I seem to be making a dog's dinner of all of it.
$40-30, receiver leads. Chase worse than the second gallery. Oh.
There you go.
Okay. It's 5 games to 2. Yeah.
Oh, that might actually have hit
I
Darren.
think, okay, yeah. I wonder what Bryn was interested in. Just taking out the marker.
$15 left.
That's a great ball.
It's a great shot.
Really, really good.
15 all. Oh. $30-15. Oh.
Scoreboard I think is incorrect. It's meant to be 30-15 to Bryn.
Yeah, Bryn just hit the last dead on, didn't he?
Yeah.
$30 all.
Okay, Darren Darren did realise.
There we go.
Oh, that's gone big.
Very nice shot from Nino.
Uh-oh.
40-30.
That's short.
Okay.
Caught the edge of the
3
timbre
games to 5.
to catch Bryn off guard. 5-3.
Love.
Ooh, stroke.
Yeah, technically.
Oh, that looked like it must have been close.
Second gallery.
I think Darren did call it a fault a fraction of a moment before Bryn hit it.
Oh no. Well up. That's really well played from Bryn.
Wow.
Little fist pump there, very happy with his work. Managed to get a really tight ball under the galleries as well.
Top right hand corner.
Got to be top corner, yeah.
1 chase.
Okay then, we've got some match points.
Got some match points coming up here for Bryn. So winner of this match will play. I don't know if we call them the loser or the runner-up. The person in second place, either Nick Howe or Rob Fay, will play them tomorrow evening UK time.
40 love.
Of course,
Server
Bryn
leads.
or Nino have to
Chase
get there
worse
first.
than the second
Bryn's
gallery.
got the first chance here with a worse than second chase.
Oh, that's an unbelievable serve with the last bounce. I was actually just about to say that kind of chase has been Nino's kryptonite in this match.
6-5, 6-3. Thanks, guys.
Well done,
Bryn Sayers, number 6C, proceeds through
Next
to.
match is straight on, so get some fresh air. Come on back.
I mean, Darren has
Done our job
summarised.
for
He's
us.
done our job for us. We were meant to do a lengthy outro, but he's done the job for us.
Yeah,
So
look at that grill count from Bryn. All 5 in the second set there as well.
Yeah, we definitely saw quite a lot more targets kind of stacking up there. Yeah, what was originally, I guess, kind of the first set being quite close. I guess got a couple of points there where Bryn really kind of pulled away in that second set. Much quicker as well. That was only half an hour or so for that second set. So
Nino's serves 1% dropped down to 50 in the end. So
yeah, which is not going to be good enough. So that is it for our first match this afternoon. Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you
Thank
for
you, Giles.
joining me up here. So next match up, Rob Shankman and Vaughan Hamilton. Go grab a cup of tea. It'll be on in 5 minutes. Thank you very much.